What if the person holding you back is the version of you that refuses to die? What if the weakness, the excuses, the fear, the laziness, all of it, must be destroyed before your real power is born? This is not motivation. This is transformation. And if you are ready to rebuild yourself from the ground up, then stay until the end. Because today, we destroy the old you. There comes a moment in every man or woman's life when comfort becomes a cage. You feel it quietly. You know you are meant for more. Yet you keep repeating the same habits, the same thoughts, the same reactions. Stoic philosophy teaches that growth does not begin with addition. It begins with subtraction. You must remove what weakens you before you can strengthen what remains. The old you is built from excuses. The old you blames circumstances, people, the economy, bad luck. But the Stoics understood something powerful. You control your mind, your choices, and your actions. Everything else is noise. When you truly accept this, you stop complaining and start commanding your life. Rebuilding yourself alone does not mean isolation from the world. It means independence from validation. It means you no longer need applause to act with discipline. You no longer need approval to pursue your purpose. You become your own standard. There will be loneliness in this process. Friends may not understand your silence. Family may question your distance. But transformation requires separation from environments that reinforce your old identity. You cannot evolve in the same atmosphere that kept you stagnant. Destroying the old you means killing destructive habits without mercy. Waking up when you said you would. Training your body when you feel tired. Studying when your mind wants distraction. Controlling your emotions when anger tries to control you. Discipline becomes your weapon. The Stoic mindset demands radical responsibility. No more blaming. No more waiting. No more hoping someone will save you. You save yourself. You rebuild brick by brick. Your thoughts, your routines, your standards, your circle. And here is the truth most people avoid. No one is coming. No one is going to hand you strength. No one is going to force you to grow. The rebuilding process is lonely because it is yours alone. But in that solitude, you discover power. Every morning becomes a battlefield. Will you act like the old version of you, or the disciplined architect of your future? Every decision either reinforces weakness or strengthens character. There is no neutral ground. To rebuild yourself, you must embrace discomfort, cold mornings, hard conversations, honest self-reflection. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship because they knew comfort breeds fragility. Strength is forged in resistance. Imagine yourself 1 year from now if you fully commit. Clear mind, strong body, controlled emotions, unshakable discipline. That version of you already exists, buried beneath excuses. Your job is excavation. If this message resonates with you, then you are not here by accident. You are here because part of you is ready to change. And if you want more powerful lessons on mastering your mind, building discipline, and living with Stoic strength, subscribe to this channel right now. Join a community that chooses growth over comfort. Rebuilding yourself alone is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming controlled. It is not about arrogance. It is about self-respect. When you master yourself, you no longer chase validation. You attract respect through presence and action. There will be setbacks. You will fail some days. But the difference now is awareness. The new you does not collapse after failure. The new you adjusts, learns, and continues forward without drama. This journey is not loud. It is silent. While others broadcast intentions, you build in the shadows. While others talk about success, you practice discipline daily. And when results appear, they will speak for you. The old you sought comfort. The new you seeks growth. The old you reacted emotionally. The new you responds strategically. The old you waited. The new you acts. Destroy what weakens you. Rebuild what strengthens you. Protect your mind. Guard your time. Raise your standards. And remember, this transformation is not temporary motivation. It is a lifestyle. If you are committed to becoming stronger, wiser, and mentally unstoppable, subscribe now and turn on notifications for more Stoic philosophy content that sharpens your mindset and rebuilds your life from the inside out. Your old self had its time. Now it is time to rise, alone, disciplined, and unbreakable. The moment you decide to destroy the old you, something uncomfortable happens. You lose your familiar identity. The habits that once defined you begin to fall away. The conversations you used to enjoy start to feel shallow. The distractions that once entertained you begin to feel like chains. This is not a crisis. This is growth. Stoic philosophy teaches that identity is not fixed. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your past failures. You are not even your past successes. You are what you repeatedly choose today. Every disciplined action is a vote for the person you are becoming. Rebuilding yourself alone requires brutal self-honesty, not surface-level reflection. Deep examination. Where are you weak? Where are you inconsistent? Where do you betray your own standards? Growth begins the moment excuses end. You must learn to sit with yourself in silence. No music, no scrolling, no distractions, just your thoughts. At first, it will feel uncomfortable, but in that silence, you meet your real self, not the curated version you show the world, and only the real self can be rebuilt. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. When you wake up early, you are telling yourself that your goals matter. When you train your body, you are reinforcing strength. When you control your emotions, you are mastering your internal world. This is how character is forged. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like weather. The Stoic does not depend on emotion. The Stoic depends on principle. You act because it is right, not because you feel like it. There will be days when doubt whispers that change is impossible, that you have tried before, that you are not built for greatness. Recognize that voice. It belongs to the old version of you fighting for survival. Do not negotiate with it. Instead, respond with action. Action silences doubt. Small consistent actions compound into massive transformation. One disciplined morning becomes a week becomes a month becomes a new identity. You must also rebuild your standards. The old you tolerated disrespect. The new you sets boundaries. The old you wasted time. The new you protects it fiercely. The old you reacted emotionally. The new you responds with calm authority. Understand this clearly. Rebuilding alone does not mean rejecting people. It means refusing to depend on them for your self-worth. You stop seeking validation. You stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. You let your results speak. Pain will visit you during this process. Growth hurts. Letting go hurts. Outgrowing environments hurts. But pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. The Stoics believed that obstacles are not barriers. They are opportunities to practice virtue. When life becomes difficult, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "How can I use this to strengthen myself?" That shift in perspective changes everything. You move from victim to architect. Rebuilding yourself also requires emotional control. Anger, jealousy, envy, fear. These emotions are natural, but they do not have to rule you. Observe them, understand them, but do not let them dictate your behavior. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Guard it carefully. Be selective about what you consume. Conversations, media, environments, all of these shape your thinking. Protect your mental space like it is sacred ground, and as you continue this journey, you will notice something powerful. Your confidence will become quieter but stronger. Not loud arrogance, not forced dominance, calm certainty, the kind of presence that does not need to announce itself. People will sense the shift. Some will respect it, some will resent it. That is not your concern. Your responsibility is not to manage their opinions. Your responsibility is to manage your character. Every night, reflect. Did you act according to your standards? Did you control what you could control? Did you allow emotions to overpower reason? This daily self-review accelerates growth. Awareness leads to improvement. This transformation is not dramatic. It is disciplined. It is not overnight. It is daily. Brick by brick. Habit by habit. Decision by decision. You construct a stronger self. If you are still watching, that tells me something about you. You are not satisfied with average. You are not content with comfort. You want strength. You want clarity. You want control. So take this moment seriously. Subscribe to this channel and commit to continuous growth. Surround yourself with ideas that challenge you. Feed your mind with discipline. Let this be the turning point. Destroy the version of you that hesitates. Rebuild the version that acts. Destroy the mindset that seeks comfort. Rebuild the mindset that seeks mastery. Stand alone if you must. Walk away if you must. Grow in silence if you must. But never shrink yourself to remain accepted. The old you was comfortable. The new you is powerful. And power begins the moment you decide that who you were is no longer who you will be. There is a hidden strength that only reveals itself when you choose to stand alone, not lonely, not bitter, but independent. When you stop leaning on excuses, on approval, on external motivation, something shifts inside you. You begin to trust yourself. Trust is built through kept promises. When you say you will wake up early and you do it, trust grows. When you say you will train and you follow through, trust grows. When you say you will control your temper and you master it, trust grows. And once you trust yourself, your confidence becomes unshakable. The old version of you broke promises to yourself. The new version protects them. That is the difference between wishing and winning. Rebuilding yourself alone also means becoming comfortable with being misunderstood. Not everyone will understand your discipline. Not everyone will understand why you stopped going out every weekend. Not everyone will understand why you protect your time and energy now. But remember, average people are uncomfortable around growth because it reminds them of their own stagnation. You are not rebuilding to impress them. You are rebuilding to respect yourself. There will be moments when progress feels slow. Moments when results are invisible. This is where most people quit. They crave immediate validation. But Stoic philosophy teaches patience. Mastery is not rushed. Strength is developed quietly, consistently, relentlessly. When no one is clapping for you, keep building. When no one notices your effort, keep building. When doubt tries to creep in, build anyway. Because one day, the results will be undeniable. Imagine walking into a room with calm presence, not seeking attention, not demanding respect. Yet everyone feels your discipline. That presence is earned in solitude. It is built in early mornings and late nights. It is forged when you choose growth over comfort again and again. This is your rebirth. The old you reacted impulsively. The new you thinks strategically. The old you sought pleasure. The new you seeks purpose. The old you feared discomfort. The new you embraces it. And here is something powerful. Once you rebuild yourself alone, you are never truly alone again. You carry inner strength wherever you go. You do not depend on environment. You do not collapse under pressure. You adapt. Pressure is no longer something you avoid. It becomes something you train with. Just like muscles grow under resistance, character grows under challenge. Every obstacle becomes a chance to prove to yourself that you are different now. This is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming emotionally disciplined. You still feel. You still care. But you are no longer controlled by temporary emotions. You act based on values, not impulses. Ask yourself honestly, how long will you allow the old version of you to control your future? How long will you repeat cycles you know are limiting you? Change does not require permission. It requires decision. Right now, decide. Decide that your standards are rising. Decide that your discipline is non-negotiable. Decide that excuses are no longer tolerated. And if you are serious about this transformation, subscribe to this channel right now. Join a community built on strength, discipline, and Stoic wisdom. Every video here is designed to sharpen your mindset and push you toward mastery. Do not watch passively. Commit actively. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the lessons that will help you rebuild your mind and your life. The world does not need another distracted individual. It needs focused, disciplined, self-controlled people who lead by example. That can be you. But it starts internally. It starts with destroying the habits that weaken you. It starts with rejecting mediocrity. It starts with rebuilding yourself brick by brick, day by day. You are not stuck. You are not finished. You are not defined by your past. You are under construction. Stand alone if necessary. Work in silence. Improve without announcement. And when the time comes, let your results speak louder than any explanation ever could. Subscribe to this channel if you are ready to step into that new identity. More Stoic philosophy, more discipline, more mental strength. This is your turning point. The old you had its chance. Now it is time for the disciplined, focused, unstoppable version to rise. Transformation is not loud. It does not announce itself with fireworks. It whispers in the small decisions you make every single day. When you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose silence over unnecessary arguments, when you choose growth over comfort, that is where the rebuilding truly happens. Most people want a new life without becoming a new person, but that is impossible. You cannot carry the same mindset into a different future. The old patterns must collapse so stronger ones can rise. This is why rebuilding feels uncomfortable. You are shedding a familiar identity, and during this process, you will feel tested. Life will challenge your patience. People will question your change. Old temptations will try to pull you back. This is the final exam of your commitment. Are you serious about growth? Or was it just temporary motivation? The Stoic path demands consistency. Not intensity for a week. Not motivation for a month. But steady, controlled effort over time. The kind of effort that transforms your body, sharpens your mind, and stabilizes your emotions. Rebuilding yourself alone also means becoming selective. Selective with your energy. Selective with your friendships. Selective with your environment. You begin to realize that not everyone deserves access to your time. Not everything deserves your reaction. Silence becomes your strength. You stop explaining your goals. You stop announcing your moves. You simply execute. And the more you execute, the more confident you become. Confidence is not built by talking. It is built by doing hard things repeatedly. Every time you resist distraction, you grow stronger. Every time you control anger, you grow wiser. Every time you honor your routine, you grow more disciplined. This is how the new you is formed. And understand this clearly. The world respects results, not promises, not intentions, results. So focus less on appearing strong and more on becoming strong. Focus less on convincing others and more on mastering yourself. If you are still here, still listening, that means something inside you is ready to level up. Do not ignore that feeling. Act on it. Commit to growth. Subscribe to this channel right now and surround yourself with content that fuels discipline, mental toughness, and stoic strength. This is more than a video. This is a mindset shift. And if you subscribe, you are making a statement to yourself that you are serious about becoming better. Rebuilding yourself alone will change how you think. You will stop reacting emotionally to small inconveniences. You will stop fearing discomfort. You will stop depending on praise. Instead, you will depend on standards. Standards separate the average from the exceptional. Raise yours. Raise your daily discipline. Raise your expectations of yourself. Raise your tolerance for discomfort. And as you rise, some people will naturally fall away. Let them. Growth requires space. You cannot elevate while clinging to what keeps you grounded. The strongest version of you is not created by chance. It is created by choice. By thousands of small, controlled decisions stacked on top of each other. Choose wisely. Choose the gym when you feel lazy. Choose reading when you feel bored. Choose patience when you feel anger. Choose silence when you feel the urge to argue. These choices are shaping your future self. And remember, you are not doing this to prove something to others. You are doing this because you refuse to remain average. You are doing this because you respect your potential. If you want to continue sharpening your mindset and building unstoppable discipline, subscribe to this channel now. Join others who are committed to mastery, growth, and Stoic philosophy. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next lesson that could elevate your life. The old you was built by default. The new you is built by design. Design yourself carefully. Train your mind daily. Guard your standards fiercely. And never forget, the strongest foundation is built in solitude. Keep rebuilding. Keep rising. And stay disciplined. There is a powerful moment in this journey when you realize something undeniable. You are no longer who you used to be. The things that once controlled you no longer have the same power. The habits that once trapped you now feel foreign. The reactions that once defined you are replaced with calm restraint. That is growth in action. But do not get comfortable. The moment you feel progress is the moment you must double your discipline. Growth is not a destination. It is a continuous standard. The Stoic mindset is not something you turn on and off. It becomes your operating system. Rebuilding yourself alone requires mental toughness when no one is watching, integrity when no one is checking, effort when no one is praising. That is where real character is formed. In private decisions, ask yourself every day, am I acting like the person I want to become, or am I slipping back into the comfort of who I used to be? The difference between the old you and the new you is awareness. The old you lived on autopilot, the new you lives intentionally. Every action has purpose. Every word has weight. Every decision moves you forward. You stop chasing attention. You start chasing excellence. You stop reacting to noise. You focus on results. You stop competing with others. You compete with yesterday's version of yourself. This is self-mastery. And understand this. Rebuilding alone is not about isolation forever. It is about building strength so that when you engage with the world, you do so from power, not insecurity, from clarity, not confusion, from discipline, not desperation. When you master yourself, you no longer fear being alone, because you have become strong company for yourself. There will still be difficult days, days where motivation disappears, days where progress feels invisible. But this is where your standards carry you. You act based on principle, not emotion. Emotion says rest when you are capable of pushing. Principle says finish what you started. Emotion says react to disrespect. Principle says maintain composure. Emotion says take the easy path. Principle says take the right path. And every time you choose principle, you reinforce the new identity you are building. You are no longer negotiating with weakness. You are no longer explaining your ambition. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You are evolving. If this message is strengthening your mindset, then make a decision right now. Subscribe to this channel and commit to becoming mentally unbreakable. Surround yourself with Stoic wisdom that sharpens your discipline and strengthens your character. Do not just watch. Join the movement. Because this journey is not for the distracted. It is for the disciplined. It is not for the comfortable. It is for the committed. Rebuilding yourself alone is an act of courage. It means facing your flaws without denial. It means confronting your fears without escape. It means holding yourself accountable without excuses. And that level of responsibility creates power. True power is not dominance over others. It is control over yourself. When you can control your thoughts, your emotions, your impulses, you become dangerous in the best way. Calm, focused, unshakable. Imagine where you will be 1 year from now if you continue this path. Mentally stronger, physically sharper, emotionally stable, financially disciplined, spiritually grounded. That future is not random. It is built by the choices you make today. So build carefully. Protect your mornings. Guard your standards. Train your body. Discipline your mind. Control your reactions. And keep moving forward, even when no one sees the effort. If you are serious about transforming your life through Stoic philosophy and disciplined action, subscribe to this channel right now. Turn on notifications and commit to continuous growth. Every lesson here is another brick in the foundation of your new identity. The old you survived. The new you dominates your circumstances. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and continue rebuilding. Quietly, powerfully, alone.